Hello there guys, you're welcome back once again to my channel. There has been news of Chelsea getting hit by UEFA, FFP, and then I think we saw this coming, and then finally I was thinking it will even break, we have to break a bank for it because of our several amortization policies on the players that we are buying. But fortunately for us, I think the hierarchy already planned for this, and then to the best of my knowledge, they already have money kept for this purpose. You know, our owners are capitalists. They envisioned this when they started their business, you know, when they start conducting their business back then. And then I don't feel like it's a big issue. I think they saw this coming. And then let me just go straight to some of the news that we got today. It said, according to this source, Martin Ziegler, I'll still get to read one from Ben Jacob. Said the 27 million fine plus 52 million conditional penalty on Chelsea by UEFA stems from breaching of financial fair play rules, likely tied to historical financial report issues under Roman Abramovich ownership, as the club self-reported discrepancies after the 2022 takeover, a move validated by a 2023 UEFA settlement of 8.570 million euro for similar violation. Now, UEFA strict FFP regulation limiting clubs to 200 million, 170 million pounds losses over 3 years disallow income from asset sales to sister companies, such as Chelsea controversial 200 million sales of its women's team to Blue Co. Wow. Now, despite fans' concerns about selective enforcement, no peer review financial studies definitely prove bias against Chelsea. Although UEFA sees consistent application of FFP sparing clubs like Manchester City pending ongoing investigation. Now let me talk about the Chelsea part. Now, Chelsea owners have been quite straightforward before UEFA, and then before the takeover of the club, Chelsea already breached some of their FFP rules, which they did not hide, and then which the fine was about 8.55 million euro as at that time, and I think it was paid. And now, because of that, it gave us the leverage to talk to them very well. And like I said, I think they saw this coming. You understand? So now, like this 27 million euro, we just need to pay. There is no way of challenging it. And there are some other fines again that we have not committed and are definitely not paying, which are avoidable. Now, why this is a direct case or direct matter, it doesn't stop us from still getting players. It doesn't stop us from still doing our normal business. Now, it's just like the further money, which is about 50 million or thereabout, is a deterrent. Like, don't do this. If you do this, this is what's going to happen. Because I saw a lot of news about rival fans going out now they've been caught and something like that. Of course, it's a business, you know, and then sometimes it's possible there are certain rules that are being broken, you know, unconsciously or consciously. Because now I think Chelsea board and the Chelsea lead manager and management all understand that there are some loopholes, which we all know when they start giving players like 8 years, 7 years contract. You understand? So like they use the amortization policy to understand to spread the payment and also play a leverage. Now, because as a player, if you are earning 100 million, if you are any 100,000 rather weekly, it will take like 8 years for you to get another contract to up that, except if club is giving you bonus or they want to increase it on their own. And of course, somebody who has an 8-year contract doesn't get to the end of the 8 years before another deal comes. Let's say maybe you are 6 years or even 5 years down, depends on the performance of the player, they can decide to tie them down. So now, this amortization policy, Chelsea use it rigorously to their own benefit. So we saw this thing coming. But for me, I'm quite impressed. Why am I impressed is that because I felt like this is a serious financial breach. None of us saw this. None of us have been seeing, you know, some club signing players with this length of contract. You understand? Length of years on the player's contract. So it's a new thing, and then Chelsea were able to do that. And for them to be coming up with this tiny fine, This is a fine that Chelsea can pay when they play Palmeiras. I'm very sure if we are able to win Palmeiras, we'll play this 27 million euro. We'll pay it clear. You understand? So now that is it. And then if you are happy that Chelsea was fined, or Chelsea is fined rather, it's nothing. It's nothing. We'll continue to do our business. You understand? Now, UEFA cannot wash their hands clean of this double standard. It has been going on for a while. Treating some clubs, pampering some clubs, and then treating some clubs very harshly. These are the problems of UEFA. You understand? And then now, the second news that I would like to bring to your notice is what's going on with Arsenal. What is the problem with Arsenal and Thomas Partey and regarding his case? Now, there was a report against Thomas Partey to have committed a rape offense since 2021 through 2022. Precisely, it was discovered 2022 February. And now when you judge from 2022 February till now, it's about 3 years and a half. Now, from the report I was getting, it was brought to the notice of Arsenal. So Arsenal were quite aware of the case. And this is not just a case, this is not just a case between Partey and one person. We are talking about 3 women here. Now, Arsenal, were they aware of this whole situation and then covered it up intentionally? Or what is going on? I remember this case happened to Manchester United player Mason Greenwood, and he was immediately dropped from the squad. Now, did they try to suppress what happened, or did they try to buy their way? You understand? And now that's not the main issue. The main issue is that this same player, his contract got terminated. Okay, no, let me say he just finished his contract and was expecting an extension, and it didn't happen. But initially, the news we are getting was that they were almost done with agreeing another year's a deal for Thomas Partey. But all of a sudden, they just said he is now a free agent, and Arsenal let him run. You understand? And then within days of him not signing that contract, within days of him not becoming an Arsenal player again, this issue came up. You understand? Now, there's no smoke without a fire. That's what the saying says. And then, what is happening currently? Was it intentional? Did Arsenal know that this is going to be an issue and they decide to let the player go? And then, this is a cheat from Arsenal. That's my own knowledge. Because now, when you are aware of a matter of this magnitude and you kept it for so long, and until the player leaves, where Arsenal have a hand in something, like I don't really know what that is, but now they are aware of this issue and they have decided, maybe to let the player go because they know that this thing is definitely gonna come. Or have they been holding the hands of law before now? Because this is a 3 years case, and then it's now being filed within days of the player leaving the club. You understand? My own prayer for Thomas Partey, because this is an allegation, of course, he has not been proved to be guilty. You understand? He has not been proven to be guilty now, but this is an allegation, and I pray for him that this thing never really happened, because we have seen so many players, pass through this kind of situation, and it ended their career. Some it almost ended their career. I remember a player of Manchester City, Mendy. This ruined his career. Look at Mason Greenwood. If not for God, he almost ruined his career. So many players like that. So I just want this to be like a short video, but let me know your reaction. Was this done rightly? Did Arsenal try to manipulate the system by suppressing the justice or system or something, or by treating the player unfairly? These are so many issues in one. You understand? And then against the other teams, that they are playing against, was this not like a cheat? Let me have your reaction in the comment section. And then now, if it was done to Thomas Partey intentional to let him go for this to happen to him, what do you think? What do you think would be the reason why Arsenal will allow this to happen? Because now Arsenal are aware of the situation and they let it play out like this. So thanks for joining us for this video. Do like, subscribe, and let me have your reaction in the comment section. Kindly subscribe and then switch on your notification bell. We are still going to be doing our watch along. The match between Palmeiras and Chelsea is going to be we're going to be doing the watch along. So kindly join us and do have a lovely time.